Greetings, welcome back to the Too Fast Tactical channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing LED lighting. This is specific for my personal car, my Volkswagen EOS. And these LED lights are for the driving lights. The driving lights on my particular car are a 2825 style light. And these are very similar to a whole bunch of different ones, the 194s, 168s, W5Ws, any of the small little wedge type bulbs here. These are the driving light bulbs on the EOS. And normally this is one of them from the car. This is a halogen bulb. These are yellow and they're not very bright. So if you're running HID headlights and you want your driving lights to match color-wise or to be much brighter, you're going to have to look at an LED solution. Now, the first round I went through to get bulbs for this car, you got to be very careful when you're looking at these bulbs. If you're looking, for example, at a 2825 like I was, and a seller says, yeah, these are compatible with 2825. Well, they may fit the actual physical wiring socket, but they may not fit in your headlight or your side marker or wherever you have to put them. So if you're limited on the opening, like I was, the opening into my headlight is just barely larger than the bulb. So in that scenario, this type of a 2825 bulb is not going to work. The head on this is 15.97 millimeters or 0.59 of an inch. It's way too large to fit. So, you know, in some situations, if the hole is really large, you might be able to fit something like this. This particular bulb that I'm showing here, this is an Ox-Edo light, and these are really nice lights, don't get me wrong. You know, they're expensive and they're really nice, but you really need to pay attention to the diameter of this outer shell, because it is substantially larger than the actual bulb, as you can see there. So this particular seller did not list any sizes for this bulb, and I should have asked. That's my mistake. Definitely take a look and see if they list the sizes of the LED replacement bulb first. You know, the length isn't really an issue. I've got plenty of clearance for length, but it's that width these just won't fit inside the headlight. Now these are kind of interesting because they have LEDs around the outside. They don't have an LED in the end. They're very bright and they're white. They're nice bulbs if you can fit them. But in my case, they wouldn't fit. So what I did was I went back to the drawing board and I took a look at a bunch of other lights. One thing I'll say right off the bat, don't buy the cheapest LED bulbs you can find. They probably are not very bright. They may not work at all, and they may flicker. You know, if you're looking at 10 bulbs for $5, I wouldn't buy those. You know, step up to a higher quality bulb. In the case of the Volkswagen has the bulb out indicators. So if a bulb is out, it pops up a icon on your multifunction display to let you know a bulb is out. And normally if you replace a halogen with an LED, the LEDs don't draw as much current, and that messes around with the internal Canbus system of the car, and it'll think that the bulb is out. So if you have a vehicle that has that type of feature, you want to look at an LED replacement bulb that what they refer to as a Canbus error-free type of bulb, something that has resistor chips on it that will trick your system into thinking that everything is okay. Now the problem with that is if one of these LEDs actually does burn out, you may not get a message on your multifunction display, but you know, that's your trade-off right there. So what we're looking at here, this little package, these are Lasfit These come in a 2-pack. I got these off of Amazon. They're normally $8.50. Amazon had a coupon, one of those instant coupons you just apply, and it ended up being $8.07. It's listed as the same size as a T10 bulb. And they actually show pictures on Amazon of the halogen bulb and this Lasfit side by side. And you can see these are extremely small right here. They're very similar to the 2825 or the T10. They're just a little bit longer. So what I can tell you about these particular bulbs, I haven't used them yet. So these are still in the package. They're listed as 6,000 Kelvin. That's a pure bright white. And they're listed as 400 lumens. I don't know how accurate that is, but let's see if there's anything else. There's definitely some other information on the Amazon listing for this. I'll post the Amazon listing in the product description. You can go and check them out yourself. I mean, there's a lot of options out there. It's hard to say what's the best and what's not the best. There's just so many, and it's very difficult to find anybody doing reviews of smaller lights like this. You know, maybe LED headlight bulbs and HID headlight bulbs, yeah, but these smaller bulbs, it's kind of a crapshoot. And I know a lot of these different bulbs, they list different types of LEDs that are used in them. Some LEDs are better than others, and some are brighter than others, and so on. But you know, unless you've got some sort of scientific information, it's really hard to say what's a good chip to have on here or what's a good LED. Anyway, this is how they ship right here. These are model number right here. And yeah, these are a non-polarity bulb, so if you can put them in either way, it will work. These are made in China, of course. Pretty much all of these are made in China. So let's go ahead and pop these out of the package. Let's get one of these. These are very, very small. So in the case of these, we have a LED on each side, and we have a LED on the front. So you're going to have light projecting from the sides and light projecting from the front, which is good. That will be very similar to your stock halogen bulb, except that halogen bulb, you're going to get light, 360 degrees out of it. But you can see the size on this. It's just a little bit longer than a factory halogen bulb, and it's about the same diameter. So I won't have any fitment problems with these. There's also the little resistor chips on here, and that just says Canbus. That's about it for what it says. So these definitely shouldn't be an issue fitting in my 2825 socket. So let's see. I will reposition the camera, and we'll take a look at the halogen bulb versus this, before and after. But while we're still at it, since I've still got these auto ITO bulbs out, I did test these. These are very bright. These are listed as being 2200 lumen, error-free Canbus. These are $13 off of eBay, and these use a 2020 SMD LED. These powered up and were super bright, super white, and there was no flicker or anything like that. I didn't actually install them into the headlight buckets, but I did connect them and turn them on and leave them on for a while. So they did work, and they were very bright. These are listed as being 10 times brighter than a 5050 SMD. That's just what the manufacturer says. These are also non-polarity Canbus, 6,000 lumens. Actually, or 6,000 Kelvin. The lumens are listed as 1,000 to 1,200 per bulb. So supposedly these are brighter than these Lasfit bulbs, but without a meter, it's really hard to make those measurements. I don't always believe manufacturers' claims for the lumen output. They have a way of exaggerating those numbers, unfortunately. Anyway, let me reposition the camera. We'll take a look at what the halogen driving light bulb looks like, and then what these Lasfit driving light LED bulbs look like. Okay, for reference, I've got the camera positioned at the headlight here, and I've turned off most of my lights, so this is just for reference on what the current lighting situation here in the garage is like. So next we'll take a look at what the halogen bulb looks like. Alright, here's the 2825 halogen driving light turned on, so you can see the illumination in the headlight assembly. Next up, I will install one of the LED driving lights, and you can take a look and see how much brighter it is. Alright, here's the Lasfit 2825 LED light installed in the driving light position. Substantially brighter, substantially wider than the OEM halogen bulb. No bulb out indicator on the display. It's not flickering, anything of that nature. So you can kind of get an idea of the difference between the two. It's a great upgrade for the money. And that's pretty much going to wrap up the tabletop review of the 2825 Lasfit LED 2825 driving light bulb, 6,000 Kelvin. And if you're interested in checking these out, I'll put a link on Amazon where I bought them from. Thanks for watching.